Hello, everyone, and welcome to round one, match one of the lower bracket. Today we have the Princesses and against the Froggy Terries. We're going to start map banning in a second. But right now, me and Cross, we're the casters today. We're going to go over what we think is going to happen with these two teams today.
Alright, hi all, name's Cross. I'm currently another player in this tournament for anybody that happens to be watching. I'm currently on the Bond Friends team on the winner's bracket, so maybe you'll see me later in a playing if you haven't already. Um, Basically, from what we see, because we fought the princesses and myself, my team and I fought the princesses themselves, yet we didn't see the Froggy Terries, so I can kind of give you a good case of the princess. The princess has got a clear line and they know what they're doing. They've got a strong team. I'm pretty sure, in fact, some of them are uh, kind of get up there in terms of playing pro league and whatnot. Um, I'm expecting from last match, as they did last match, um, very good gameplay.
Yeah, I agree. And with like the Froggy Terries, they played their first match. Um, they skipped to the second round of the winners bracket for a bye week. And they lost their game. They won their first round like 6-1. Very good game from them. And then they kind of fell off and lost the next two maps, um, putting
That
them in
was
the
a
losers
very
bracket.
interesting match for certain, is especially since we watched that first match against Biggest Cheese. I thought Froggy Terry's was gonna wipe the floor, and Biggest Cheese proved me wrong. So I'm kind of curious to see what's gonna happen here.
All right, so here's the map bands. We got blue team, the Princesses, and orange team is Froggy Terries. I am interested to see which band that the Froggy Terries starts out with today.
If I recall, did they ban Theme Park last time? I can't remember.
I believe it was either cafe or theme park. I know because both of those maps are uh, one of their weakest maps as a team.
Well, that's going to be very interesting, and we perhaps so. First, stop there. Princess's band Consulate. Not surprising. I was just about to say that. That's conversely to Froggy Terry's, because Princess's plays rather well on Cafe.
That is true. When the Princesses fought Bond Friends in the second round of their match, they basically wiped the floor with Bond Friends going cafe. So
That
it
was correct. We ate it pretty hard, but we brought it back, so I'm fine with that. Um, but my point in here in case is I'm willing to see what if Froggy Terry's is gonna ban Cafe, or if they're gonna ban more of a comfortable pick. Do they? I wonder how. Yeah, and it looks like my latter option is the case here. Is they ban Theme Park, which then leaves Princesses with their first pick.
I do believe that Princesses will go for Cafe once again. It was their
Mm-hmm.
strongest map against Bond Friends, and I think for their second match of the tournament, it might be good for them to save their, big guns for the. Never mind. Never mind
Guess
it.
it was Coastline. It's not surprising, as we did ban back in our match. Coastline might have likely been their second pick, if not for the fact that we had banned it over Villa, um, and left Clubhouse for our last pick. And speaking of Clubhouse, Froggy Terry's now picks Clubhouse.
There we
I
go.
believe is that not the first map they played that they actually went really well on?
I do believe it was. I'm not entirely sure, but they did play Clubhouse, and they did. I think they lost, but they did very well on it.
Is correct.
Oh, there we go. Banned Cafe from Princesses. A little bit strange for them, since it was such a good map for them previously.
Perhaps they've maybe more become comfortable, or rather, with the clubhouse pick, they're willing to play Oregon. Um, Maybe they're maybe because they're not afraid of going against us, and of course Froggy's on that Villa. Villa seems to be the kind of a Villa and Theme Park especially seem to kind of be the uncomfortable maps for a lot of people. And I'm one to first say that Theme Park is definitely not comfortable. So that's why you see probably these more standard Oregon coastline clubhouse, etc. Um, Top of that, looks like we've got a balanced matchup of double attack, double defense. For the most part, attacking Clubhouse will be Froggy Terry's, attacking Coastline will be Princesses, and then once again attacking on Oregon will be Froggy Terry's.
That is true. It is kind of nice to see how both teams are picking defense first for their picks. It is going to be a little bit difficult, I think, for Froggy Terries to pull back on Oregon if we make it to the decider to start on attack. Defending is definitely their strong suit, so starting on attack is going to be a little bit difficult for them. I guess I'll just close my eyes for the entire match.
Yes. All right, so here we go. Bands coming out. Princess is going to first ban on attack. What do you think they're going to ban?
Honestly, for princesses, I do believe that Ace could be a really good ban for them, especially on Clubhouse. He has the 3 Selma charges, very easy to get a wall, especially with Thatcher's buff. Some argue that it's a nerf, others argue that it is a buff.
I argue it's a buff personally.
And there we go. As we're talking about Thatcher, Princess's first ban is Thatcher.
Perhaps I guess they just want to hold down that wall and want to force Froggies into either a Cali or some other way to counter bandits. Let's see what Froggy Terries goes ahead and bans here. Looks like they're going to ban Maverick. So that'll be very interesting if the Froggy Terries makes it to the defending round where there will be no Maverick nor Thatcher.
That is correct. That does kind of force Princesses or Froggy Terries to either choose Cali or Twitch to get those bandit charges, the Cades, whenever they need for hatches or the wall in CC.
And there's a standard Malusi ban, as everybody seems to be annoyed with their presence, and much like there's comfort bans of maps, there seems to be comfort bans of operators, and Malusi seems to be the one. Oh, Princess is banning Doc. Perhaps maybe they know Sneck is a Doc player.
That honestly,
now, that's an assumption, but I mean, I guess it is. Doc is just a standard, very, for peaks and just a decent gun. Although he does not have the 2.0 like Rook does anymore, still a standard op. So I think it's an alright ban.
I agree, and also Sneck, it might be a target ban, like you said, because Sneck did play Doc the majority of his last match. I do believe
he played it well on that note.
That is true. I believe Princesses did their homework against this team.
So we got the picks coming out. We got a Cade and Bandit, so they're going for that double denial. Again, with the 2 Maverick and Thatcher ban and seemingly no Cali, I'm interested to see how Froggy Terries is planning to get in here, unless they are looking at a more aggressive mindset, which seems to might be the case with the presence of Knock. But however, there's a Legion. Oh, hold on. Okay, just a 6 pick in the Cade, maybe just for the meme.
Interesting 6 pick. Same for
Knock 6 picking.
Oh, and there we go. That was
back to
interesting.
Buck. So maybe there is our opportunity, especially on Church and Arsenal. It might just be a case that they might be the thing. I guess the walls, with the exception of Dirt, are really your only issue. And I guess if you have an IQ, although Buck does not have his frags anymore, so even if the IQ figures out where the Cade or Bandit is, I wonder how they're planning to get rid of it.
Starting off with round 1, Princesses has decided to go basement first. It is one of the better maps, or better sides on this map.
By attackers.
And we'll see how they play it.
Attackers have located a bomb.
You're a little bit quiet there, Frost.
Quiet? Hold on. Perhaps I move my microphone. Is that better?
That is, yeah.
Alright. Anyway, what I was saying is
looks
like the east and west walls are being reinforced, and they're gonna hold a more hardy on Church.
5 seconds left.
Usually, you see another way, and that there's no reinforcement neither on that one north wall down the hallway. And is Dirt reinforced?
Dirt, I believe Dirt was reinforced.
Alright, well, we'll just have to see as they get there, as the attackers now move their waist coming from the south side, going through blue, Jerry coming in through the top side. Strangely, I think he would go through blue, but he looks like he's going to go scout the first floor. The rest of the team is going in through garage. Looks like they're watching out for any above players or roamers. I know Princesses in the past definitely had some roam play, but maybe they're anchoring down a bit more for the site.
Drone deployed.
Might be a little strange for Princesses to be completely on site, especially since this site is
Targets detected.
very dependent on hatch play. And it does look like we do have a defender up top side.
Oh, that's correct. We have Riri holding up on first floor. Perhaps they might engage. Oh, is Cade also up there?
Cade, I believe, is downstairs in sight. However, we do have this bandit, possibly going for a flank
If it
on
hunts
Froggy
batteries,
Terries.
I'll see it.
And once again, I guess the walls on this site aren't so valuable for a bandit to watch, so perhaps he's just set them down and is going for a kill, try to use that MP7. Oh, we have a first pick on Riri into America. I think that was in bar. Didn't really see it, but it was just a clean shot to the head. I wonder if he
This
even
bandit
saw it.
could get a play right now if he peeks to his right. Or he doesn't see.
Diffuser.
Nobody sees the bandit.
Oh, but no, and conversely, the bandit didn't see anybody. Wow, that was very interesting. Riri gets shot down, I think it was by Snack, but then Bandit goes ahead and just flips around and finishes off Snack and Gifford. Now sitting in. Ark is now kind of scared to push it. 58 seconds in the round. Jerry to help him out.
Jerusalem
Jerry
take
engaging
shots.
Bandit almost takes him down. Looks like he's being aggressive on it. 45 seconds to go, and they pick up the diffuser again. They need to make a play here. They need to get in the site, get some kills, get some thing. It's 2-4, although Bandit is very low. 35 seconds coming. They're watching blue, but they ain't making thing. A Claymore, a little low, but a little
30
late,
seconds,
I
he
guess.
could have seen the bandit.
Perhaps. Watch this carefully now. He drops.
Sprints into
he
sight,
goes
not
in.
aware of the Jaeger. Taken out.
Attackers have dropped
He gets the
bomb.
Jaeger with a lucky headshot, but gets refragged by Cade. Cade pulls out the TCSG and goes for the head and makes it, and that's round one for the Princesses.
Kai finishing off that Capitao with Cade's shotgun. Very good gun now. It did lose a little bit of magnification, losing the ACOG, getting the 2.0.
And all that damage really cut off its range, but that was the optimal range for it. It still gets its damage, and the magnification was perfect. Going on in the second round here. Looks like Princesses is kind of sticking with the same route. Now they're bringing Frost, though, which is probably likely due to the CCTV cache scenario. I highly suspect they're going to be throwing it on those two perpendicular windows. Meanwhile, Froggy Terry's, the only thing they've changed up is a Monty. Surprising, since this site probably is more beneficial of a hard breacher, but maybe they are giving up on it due to the fact that they have no means to counter Bandit.
Well,
you'd think you would see
depending on
a Cali.
Depending on if they were to push below, maybe with Sneck going IQ below CC wall, they could shoot the bandits out, but we're not going to see a 6-pick into the hard breach. This might be a backside push through
Attackers
construction,
need to locate and defuse
but we're going
bomb.
to just need to figure that out.
Setting up and scanning spots here. ADS's walls going up. Down.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Garage. Drones coming in as usual. Once again, I'm very curious to see
Attackers have
if
discovered the
maybe
location
this
of a bomb.
not focus on the wall incentive is the way to go.
Yeah, and taking it back a little bit, the Capitao did bring hard breach, and so
10
did
seconds to
the Knock
insertion.
and the Monty, all bringing the hard breach gadget, but still
5
no
seconds to
Thatcher.
go.
So that is quite interesting to see 3 of Froggy Terry's
Attackers are
teammates
moving to
bring
defuse a
hard
bomb.
breach.
That is rather true, and that hard reach gadget is also such a big important gadget for the attacker. It's kind of goes unnoticed sometimes, and I'm freaking guilty of that myself for just missing out on it. Especially on people like Monty with the shield, he can kind of get up there quickly, safely, and get a charge. And Capitao can smoke and Knox rather quiet, so kind of some 3 good contenders. I wonder if we're going to see uses of them. Anyways, cutting to Riri, we have him hiding in garage. He probably hears the Monty. Monty's not looking at him. It's hard to tell. He's going for a small peek. He goes for the shot. Looks for Monty. Backs up, throws an impact. Takes a shot. Snack looks like he had a little bit of an impact. That's okay. Well, that's everything.
IQ unaware that he downed the rook.
IQ unaware down the rope, but Kai threw a nitro, taking out Monty, who was coming up right. Rook now sitting here injured. I wonder if IQ is gonna make a play or if he's scared of the bandit. No, he's actually back up on top, so we might see Rook being picked back up as IQ drones in, knowing that the wall can't be opened.
Rook getting picked up while Bandit runs back up to balcony. Trying to get back to wall.
We're leaving at 4 to 5 now with Rook a little low, Snack a little low. Maybe they're going to do something. It's the Jackal ping from De Gifford. Looks like whoever's on that is running away now. Okay, Legion engaging with, I can't see who that is. That appears to be...
That would be Gifford. Jackal.
That is Gifford, my mistake.
And Liz taking out IQ on what looks like red stairs.
Looking on the follow up, I mean, one shot from cross gun would easily take out the health that Snack was at. De Gifford looks like he's taking minor damage. I don't know what. Perhaps a Legion. Oh, as Kai rotates through the windows and finishes him off. Looks like Legion also picked up a knock at some point with Legion Arc coming in the back. He engages Bandit and Kai hits the head. A flawless round for Princesses.
That was a good round from Princesses. Really denying that entry from Froggy Terries and pushing them back just enough to get the Capitao kind of on edge. It did look like.
Yeah, that their Froggy Terries' strategy of the Monty kind of guiding their non-wall entry kind of went to shreds as soon as Kai threw that nitro in garage. Perhaps Monty should have saved back or been a little more safer about it.
And we're gonna see them correct that right away by bringing an ace on Gifford instead of that Jackal previously.
That'll be definitely interesting. Now the gym and bedroom, there is that one wall, but is it too late now? Has their decision come too much in the past to make a difference? Also seeing a cap can on Princess's side. Capcan is definitely that one kind of operator that you play him once, get that effort, but then you kind of gotta be careful because then people become aware of him. So maybe that will work out for them. And we got Cade, looks like he's 6-picking the Mozzie, try to get some drones, and I don't know, skip that, he's going for Castle. Probably a wise idea with this site to protect the bandits' batteries. Jackal's conveniently switching on a 6-pick to Jackal.
Interesting. A very nice 6-pick from Jerusalem Jerry from Jackal to Jackal.
It looks like we're gonna see a couple 6-picks into the same operator, which is all right. There's no harm in that, I guess.
There might have been a little bit miscommunication between this team, maybe taking the 6-pick to switch ops and then just deciding against it.
By attackers.
That's definitely the interesting thing. What's going on between the teammates? How well are they communicating? Are the call-outs there, or is there kind of just a bunch of firing and shooting, as I like to say?
So we're seeing the normal reinforcements and bandits on double walls, and a castle. An interesting castle placement. What did you say, Cross?
On the south window, that seems rather odd. That seems something that could be taken care of interestingly. As for the north, that's actually a very interesting spot. Snack playing Ash seems like you could have
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse
So that third wall might prove troublesome, as it looks like only De Gifford and Snack carry breaching charges. Speaking of De Gifford, we see him coming up with the red dot and vertical grip. That's an interesting combination. Looks like he's got a flash hider on the barrel. Sometimes hard to tell. Usually Ace, the AK is definitely more of a bouncy gun, but I'm sure that he would at least try to take the 2x scope or something with a vertical grip on. But I guess maybe we'll see if it works out for him. He's going over the wall now, finds that it's electrified. Arc coming around on IQ. Snack was previously, it looked like Arc took it up. Looks like the Capitao wasn't working for them. They're getting in. They're all surrounded the site. You can see Jerry on that right there. Look at a weird, interesting angle. I wonder if it's going to work for him. He's always actually getting some footprints onto the bandit, as we see. I wonder if they're going to be able to make a play off of them. Teams go off. Got Jaeger sitting outside the window, possibly watching the jump in here. Minute 15 in the round, no frags out yet. Nor some engagement from Froggies. Oh, it looks like the breaching
Bomb
charge
located
number
by
1
attacker.
came out, or if that was an Ash. Oh, and conversely, if that was Ash, she's now just been shot by Jaeger, and Jaeger just shot by Jackal. We're getting a refrag back and forth. Castle's opened up, maybe a little bit more opportunity. Echo trying to reposition his drone. Bandit looking on the cams, trying to see where anybody is. Ace getting shot by, looks like. Castle watching the wall. Bandit refragging Jackal. Monty taking damage as he tries to get some firefight in, but he looks like he's not winning it. Ark possibly trying to get a pick here. Is be careful. Capcan finishes Monty off. He watches it. He gives it up and looks like away. He's got 55 seconds against 4 people.
Oh, and then Oob
that's
takes
the
out Ark. Another defender win. 4 princesses, bringing it to 3-0.
Once again, we got an interesting thing here. We have the Castle with the vertical grip on the UMP, and you would think that he would stick with that angle, as the UMP is pretty much a laser. As in fact, that 1.5 is really good for Castle. He has a laser fire gun, albeit the UMP's lower fire rate and damage output.
We see princesses going back to basement, changing their setup just a little bit. It looks like.
Looks like they're bringing a Valkyrie last time. Maybe that's because they were a little scared because they kind of lost track of the Froggy Terries there for a second, and it almost kind of worked against them. But it looks like they're paying attention to that detail, and it looks like they're even giving up on the Bandit due to the lack of Froggy's hard breach attempts and sticking with the Kate alone.
We are going to see America switch back on to Thermite from Montang, instead of having Gifford go and play that ace. If I do remember correctly from last match, Gifford was playing on controller, and I'm still interested to see if he is, or if he switched over to keyboard for this game.
That'd be very interesting. I mean, I guess to each their own, but there's an inherent lack of, you're fighting a bunch of qualified people. You're kind of putting yourself at a handicap there. Just the sheer reaction time of a PC mouse and a keyboard just trumps that of controller.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Looks like Princess is going against that church replacement. Not on blue yet, but that might be rectified too. Going for the dirt, of course. Just notice that Sneg is bringing Blackbeard. Wonder if that's going to make a difference, make some of those
Attackers
peaks
have
hard.
discovered the location of a bomb.
These fights have been a lot of quick fights. Not a lot of long gunfights. It's quick and out and back and forth.
10 seconds to go.
Why Princess is going 3-0 here. I'm really hoping to see Froggy Terries pick up
5
one
seconds
match
left.
maybe.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Deploying ballistic shield.
Once again, going back from the south side, trying to make their way in. No spine on side construction. Maybe they've just given up with the dirt tunnel at this point. An aggressive push in, trying to maybe flush out some roamers quickly. I don't know if Princess has had time to get in the positions they want.
Looks like a rush from Froggy Terries with the Blackbeard. I don't know if they
Although
have
he
a
hits the
rotating-
Legion and he stops him in his tracks. The Thermite coming to cover and in the bar. Playing some aggressive. Is that somebody in blue? Oh, there's a quick walk. It's a miss. It's a flash. That could have been Thermite's head near the dawn as Jaeger's watching it. He's firing it. He's firing. Mozzie looks like he takes a Thermite out from the church wall. Takes out Sneck from the church wall. That gives him a double kill. Conversely, Legion on Jerusalem Jerry up on top. Everybody's going down. Sophia happens to get Legion also. Looks like he refragged on that, leaving Cappy and Legion. Valkyrie taking damage from the Gifford on Sophia. That's a double kill. He's just loading rounds down the hallway. That's how the Mozzie gets that Capital, leaving Sophia to fend for herself. Bullet's kind of running dry. And there comes Cade running from the side. Good old revolver. He looks like he's trying to style with that. And he does successfully too.
That was a pretty good roam from Mozzie that round, getting both operators in blue and then rotating all the way to main stairs to put pressure on the Zofia on main stairs.
Yeah, an impressive rotate from blue, frag 2, go up, frag another. Now, conversely, I do want to give some praise for Sophia. I think that's the most frags Froggy has seen and a lot of that aggression seemed to almost work for them. Um, I wonder if that they keep that up, maybe they can get something from it. We also have a fuse. Maybe they're just trying to raid some chaos now at this point.
Might be also trying to burn some ADSs. They have been bringing Jaeger every defense round for princesses, so you know, Froggy Terries might have had enough of that, trying to burn some ADSs.
Also, it might do them certain well, get rid of this frost, and maybe even flush out that bandit. That bandit's been really kind of sneaky. He's been around, kind of being there and getting there.
These new roster
Attackers
changes
need to
for
locate and
princesses
defuse
have
as
been
many bombs as
looking
they
pretty
can.
decent, especially with Oob playing, you know, Bandit, Mozzie, the really good roaming operators. We're seeing them being played a lot more and a lot better on Oob, and he's fragging out for it too.
Looks like Oob seemed to take up that position of Fisher, who was Princess's main fragger. It looks like he seems to be filling the spot pretty well.
Ten seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
It looks like Bandit's got that one wall, probably going to throw down
Attackers
another
must
one here in a
locate and
second.
defuse a bomb.
As Froggy Terries continues to spawn from the south side. Perhaps they're comfortable with that and watching for peaks or whatnot, but you think they would go from the right side to get a little bit closer.
Especially since that might save them a little bit of time.
And time is very key here. Constantly we've had an issue
by
of
attackers.
the clock running down and frags not getting out, and then Froggy Terry's getting punished for it. They need that last match of them getting in really quickly seemed to work. They had a lot of support camps. They just been executed quickly, and on that, Jaeger getting a very early kill onto Sophia, the star of the last match. Watching him from that garage, he's getting to go, and oh, he shoots down Fuse, going down a little bit, almost killing him. Watching it, and a flash comes out. Bandit going and killing Jerry. Looks like from the left side. Is he running out possibly from blue?
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
That was a close half shot on Thermite.
Defender has left the area of operation.
Oh, Jaeger running out for the pick on the neck. He gets him.
And gets a double kill
Thermite on the
outside.
top. Triple kill for total and quote.
Defender is approaching a kill
Probably
zone.
heard us say Oob was the fragger and decided to prove us wrong.
Left in 1v5, we got Fuse right outside. And another flawless round from the Princess.
Another flawless, the only person taking damage is Bandit minorly. That could have been very interesting. Fuse still had all his Fuse charges and almost maybe had the pig.
Going into round 6, we got 5-0, and we have the team attacker swap.
Now it's very interesting to see the final swap. Maybe defense is what Froggy Terries needs to get. And they're bringing out that Clash. They brought Clash late into their last match with Biggest Cheese, although it was a lot too late and it caused them to lose. So bringing it out early might be able to do them some good.
That is true. We see Liz on the ace again. Very good ace player, as we've seen with their previous match against Bond Friends. Pretty similar setup to what we saw previously, but we do have Quote and Oob taking places of 2 of their roster.
Seems to be fitting some normal picks of Sledge and Twitch, and looks like we have a switch from I forget who, Meister to Caviera. Very interesting, changing from the more anchored down settle to some roam. Maybe they want to try to catch princesses on their own game and get it in tarot. Albeit the problem here is then Finka, if Caviera gets an injury and doesn't get that in tarot without teammates, they might cost her.
It is also quite interesting to see Jerusalem Jerry switch from the plant denial to more of a sneaky roamer, but it could be very beneficial to them if he can stay
Defenders,
unspotted
protect your
throughout
bombs from
prep
being
phase.
defused by
We also
attackers.
see both of the Russian operators on presence here. America with the Cap Cannon. You know what I said about Cap Cannon. He can kind of, if time runs out, he can be very, very strong. Princess don't have an IQ or anything to check it, so they're just gonna have to face check it and hope for the best. And Arc on the Tachanka, which is gonna be very interesting on this site. You usually don't see Chonka on clubhouses. There's not a lot of good places. Although I guess if they reinforce it right, he could set up in church.
10 seconds remaining.
Cav is going to get spotted, so there goes the
5
sneak
seconds to
attack
go.
from
Bomb
Froggy Terries.
located by attackers.
But it's still going to be able to be,
Attackers' objective
capitalized
is
on.
to defuse a bomb.
There we go. That's a very interesting picture flying. There we go. That's much better. We're on the north side. Princess is kind of spawning a little bit from everywhere. Definitely pretty far away. This is trying to be safe. How peak you're gonna go. Looks like Tachanka is setting down his turret. Wondering where he put that. We've got Jerry sitting on the stairs watching for a flank. Wonder if a drone's gonna see him. Oh, very interesting spot for Arc on the chunk. That's on one of the boxes in Arsenal. He's gonna get a watch on blue. Perhaps it might work out. Something weird. Oh, and as we see, Jerry gets screwed over by Buck. And Jerry, who had played Buck and attacked her, kind of just got a taste of no medicine. Buck proceeds to go open kitchen. The rest of the Princess is following along suit, getting control of the staircase. Snack seems to have took some damage. I wonder if he was below, trying to make a firefight.
A good place C4 from Snack, which, never mind, Snack is running the shotgun and the deployable shield on Valkyrie. Oh, left in a 4v2. This does not look good for Froggy Terries.
Anyways, looks like Capcan hit that frag on Twitch finally, but died himself. Tachanka died seemingly nowhere, and there we have Snick finally getting moved out, and that ends it with Finka heading to Gifford, ending out our 6-0 round with a fast clear on defense. A nice try with the clash. Finka questioning the Chonka turret.
It was a very quick match from Princesses on really not the same team that we saw from Froggy Terries on their defense. That defense fell apart very quickly.
Our star of the show ends up being Kai on that buck, going 12-0.
Some compliments going both sides. It's always nice and wholesome to see two teams getting along.
You have to really let me say the audio doesn't come through to me. Perhaps it's a little quiet for me. What did Jerry say?
So one of Princess's teammates complimented Jerusalem Jerry's name, his username.
I see.
It was quite wholesome.
Froggy Terry's on defense, banning Glaz on coastline. Perhaps they don't want to deal with that ruins job from Glaz. I haven't seen a Glaz from Princesses. They did play Cali, I believe, once or twice, but no Glaz. Conversely, Princesses looks like a more of a target man on that Jackal. Looks like it was kind of disrupting their roaming business. They don't want a piece of that anymore. And onto their defense ban.
Quite interested to see what Princess's bans on defense for this map. I don't think we've seen them play this map before, but we have seen Froggy Terries play this map.
And another ban on Doc. I really do wonder if they know Snick plays Doc.
I honestly believe that Doc is a target ban. I don't understand why they would ban Doc on both maps for any reason.
That brings a question. I wonder if Sneck is going to consider bringing Rook as an alternative. He didn't do that last round. Maybe we'll see that become different. Froggy Terry's banning Goyo. Strong operator. Although I don't know how he fares on coastline.
Oob saying, "What are these bans? They are quite."
It looks like Princess is in agreement with us on this, on the questioning of these bans. They're not necessarily bad bans, but looks like they might be more not targeted bans in terms of a player, but rather targeted bans of Froggy Terry's discomforts. And there's that Cali I mentioned coming from Kai. Looks like to get it open that wall with the ace combo. Looks like Froggy Terry's is trying to repeat, with the exception of Smoke, currently their last defense strat, and their Sneck finally switching to the Rook, as I presented. and drew some Jerry going on that Frost.
We're
So
seeing the
very similar.
Tachanka again for the second time on Arc. Hopefully he can get a couple frags. It would be nice to see the Tachanka plays in
Once
this
again,
game.
Penthouse and Theater, not exactly one of Chonka's stronger suit maps. He's much more better suited for hookah and billiards, where he can sit behind that watch and watch to get a good watch on the window. But maybe we'll be proven wrong. Um, Wonder if De Gifford, who is now on Caviera, might be able to play something that Jerry didn't on Frost. Some fun chats going through the game. Looks like we got a friendly competition here, despite the state of the round. That's always good to see some good sportsmanship between the players.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
First round of the second match. Honestly, I think Princess is just gonna have a repeat unless Froggy's pick something up here.
This is quite an interesting team comp for top
Bomb
floor,
located by attackers.
especially in Penthouse. You usually do see maybe a bandit for the triple wall, leaving the VIP. Maybe some maybe a plant denial or a Mira.
Most essentially, Mira. I guess that Terries and Maverick are not banned anymore. So I'm surprised they're not seeing any of that from either of the teams. Maybe they thought they were still banned, or they just don't need them.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
We have Twitch going up with cool vibes with their drone, looking to get rid of some cap cans. Aggressive team coming up, going with Aquarium.
Looks like they'll get straight in uncontested. Might be pushing site quickly.
Looks like it. Missed the frost trap, but that's okay. They go down the hallway.
And there we go.
Tachanka kill on Cowley. I don't. Where was that from?
Drop the diffuser.
Sledge
Oh,
down,
and
Captain,
sledge down
and the
by-
Frost,
Hit by
and picked
Captain
off.
And the frost shad's down. And Snack finishing him off with the P90.
P90 with the red dot. This is interesting. And he sees the
He
head
gets a
and a
headshot
double kill.
On
for
quote
Snack.
for the head.
This is quite a team play right now.
Twitch getting in and taking over that, but see, Snack doesn't get ready. He snaps it. Ace finally getting up in that wall, but he's pushing up. Snack doesn't care. He's got a 45 bullet. He shoots.
Missing the head, but taking out Liz.
And frags. Snack on a triple kill, finally putting the rook in with a suppressed P90. Really, it's befuddled with what has happened. I've lost myself first. Oh, he finally gets the Chonka. It looks like he won revenge on that. But he's still got 4 people to go through.
Minute 30. All Froggy Terries needs to do is just hang back in sight, watch angles, and, you know, never mind. Gifford with the last kill on Riri, taking the first round for Froggy Terries, being the first round win for them.
It seems we're seeing an issue with Oob not being able to hear. And a possible rehost. Froggy Terries is trying to contest that. They seem pretty proud of that round as their first win in the game. What are we gonna do here?
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to rehost. One teammate did leave.
Well, perhaps Oob may rejoin. I'm not sure. Should we ask?
If Oob does not rejoin within this round, we are going to have to do a rehost. Unfortunately, we can't have a 4v5, no matter what.
You might want to communicate that into the chat there.
Back into the game. First round going to Froggy Terries. Band's still the same. Seeing what they're going to pull on their next defense round. And seeing
I wonder if that momentum is, despite the little hiccup we had there, gonna keep. I wonder if that's gonna keep up.
Agreed. Snack playing amazingly that first round, getting those 4 kills. A little upsetting we can't, you know, add leaderboard, you know, scores to players. But it is what it is.
Looks like we're seeing the repeat of the lineups for the most part, with the exception of Castle and Valkyrie on the defense side. I wonder if Princess is, despite the fact that they kind of had that round lost to them, they're still confident in this team, maybe now that they've regained their hearing.
That is true. We're going to see Sneck hop off the Rook, though, even though he played really well that previous round. He's going to pick the Valkyrie.
It looks like the morale of De Gifford, at least, it seems a little low. America saying he's trying to go get some food in the middle of the match. I definitely need some food after this, my stream. I was in a weird system of I ate too late to then go eat again before the stream. But now I'm gonna be hungry after, and I'm gonna want food pretty badly.
I think we can all relate to that feeling.
Yeah, this is definitely especially with that last game. I'm still gonna be focused on that for a time, and I hope to see another play like it again from Snack, because that definitely gave me a little bit of an appetite.
We see both teams playing a little bit of a Among Us game in chat right now.
As we seem to be stuck on the loading.
America's not loading in. It's being a little bit slow on America's part. And there we go.
There we go. It looks like the game is now switched to Among Us, the popular indie game that
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
2018. It looks like we're playing that instead of Siege. Now I'm just joking, but that would be very funny if that was the case. Headed into Among Us.
Seeing a Chonka being brought by Ark again. Very good pick. Last round he did get, I believe, just the one kill with his turret, but he still did get a kill as a Chonka.
Oh goodness, I don't know about YouTube, but the stream on our end just massively improved the quality. Although I still have audio, which is okay, but I'm glad that we actually able to see this a lot clearer now. And just in time for America to shoot down one of the Twitch traps.
Putting his traps in normal spots.
Attackers are moving out to locate the bomb.
Someone does
You have a
just
couple
sprint
of
in.
options with Capcan. You can kind of play them around sight to punish waste of time, or you can play them in little flame fruit to try to nick people down with some damage. Snack with an interesting cam right outside the door, although three, or if not four teammates of Princesses are going to the south side instead. See that open Jerry hiding behind the aquarium bar. Is he gonna get a peek? Is he looking at it as they kind of smack it down? Oh, he tries to make the peek and he loses it to Sophia. Sophia does take some damage from it. That EMP just not enough to win out. That Riri also going back on the Gifford.
America unaware.
Definitely seems right. America not aware of the situation as Sophia goes
Attackers have
and picks
located
off
a bomb.
Mark on the Chonka. Looks like it didn't work for him. Oh, he doesn't see behind him. Snack gets frags on that Cali as he comes in. All but forced against the entire team as they push him in. Luke taking him in out in the head.
That ace probably putting a lot of pressure on Froggy Terries, getting rid of a lot of that wall in courtyard. Really just putting a lot of sight on them from the roof.
Seems that Sneck is now returning to the Rook, probably realizing of how effective it worked at last time, as Princesses remains with the same comp once again. It seemed to work for them. I guess they see no reason to change it. Meanwhile, we have two random picks in Eager and Mew, which are not bad picks by any means. I just happen to wonder if they are familiar with these operators. To Gifford on that Cav again, it hasn't been working. Will it happen again? I don't really think so, but we can only hope.
Looks like we're not going to see a 6-pick from Froggy Terries or Princesses. I think they're just having fun at this point, honestly.
Defenders, protect your
Definitely an
bombs from being
interesting thing.
defused by attackers.
Definitely got my sit on that chair and snack on that rook. I'm looking for that second play again. Now they're down in kitchen. Cavs sitting on
by
that stairs
attackers.
again. Seems like the Cavs of Froggy Terries are some stairs people, because that seems where they've been playing, but it hasn't been working for them.
Still not a bandit for this site. Kitchen especially. Getting these walls banded is probably one of the biggest things you can do on the site, especially
10
since
seconds to
if you
go.
blow that wall as an attacker, you can get sight lines from top balcony,
Attackers have
across the
located a
courtyard,
bomb.
down the
5
hallway,
seconds to go.
pretty much anywhere in that area. If you open that wall,
Attackers
you
are
can see
moving
from.
to defuse a
Very
bomb.
importantly is that south wall on kitchen, that tri-wall on kitchen has not been reinforced. We have Kai coming up to the door. That Cali looking for some quick peeks. The door has to be barricaded. He blows it open. He almost shoots Mute in the process, unknowingly. For a peek.
Oh
Almost
my
gets shot down
gosh.
by Mute with no health. However, Ace looks like he shoots down that Gifford. Once again, that Cav seems not to work. Arc almost made a big play. Cloak fragging down Snack, and Arc gets shot. Everything is happening. Sledge gets hit. Oh my god,
goodness.
everything is happening so
Everyone's
fast.
dying one right after the other.
I couldn't even keep track of that. It appears that past that explosion, Jaeger gets shot by Ace, and I believe Sledge fragged out Snack.
It honestly looks like Princesses are just going for that aggressive attack. I don't really believe that Froggy Terries can hold up with their defense against such an aggressive attacking force from the Princesses right now.
We see Chonka on that on Arc again. He seems like he's in this 50-50 position of sort of working one round, not working the other. De Gifford still on the Cav. Will he learn? And meanwhile, it seems like your theory of aggression is correct, Chu. Is Ayana and Amaru are now coming in, with Ayana probably to give some safe droning and some safe intel, with Amaru thinking in. We got the 2-6 picks. Finally, an Echo change. We haven't seen Echo all round, and that might be able to change the way. Of course, now we have even more of the rush with Blitz coming in. Now there still remains that Capcan, which might prove a little trouble to Blitz, but they do have an IQ.
It would be quite interesting to see Froggy Terries maybe the next round go a little bit more trap heavy. Maybe bring a Legion or an Ella on top of the Capcan just to stop the rush, since they have been doing it pretty much this entire
Attackers
time.
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Similar setup from the last time they played the site. However, they did bring a
Discover the
bandit
location
on
of a
top of
bomb.
the Mute.
Definitely some more denial here, although Princesses does not have any hard breaching. So it looks like they're going for that full send of aggressiveness, and maybe it's going to work for them.
10 seconds remaining.
I am interested to see what this Amaru can do, especially if they just,
5 seconds
repel
to
right
insertion.
into main stairs and sprint directly into sight. I am kind of interested to see what
Attackers
she
are
can do by
moving
herself.
to defuse the bomb.
Let's keep our perspective of there for now. I kind of want to see what this looks like. Amaru may. Let's see what window she decides to go through. She might go right through the main window for all we know.
Ooh, Gifford sitting right on this window, might be taken
On the
out by
window,
the
kicks by the
melee.
Mario kick. As they come in and run for the side, they're going into the hallway. They're going in. They're going fast. They're going hard. The G8's taking out Snack immediately. Shoots out the Capcan. Kai is not screwing around. They're in sight on the A point. Art, the turret in bathroom, not watching anything.
Plant going down.
Kai shooting Jerry. A plant coming down. Everything is going terribly for Froggy as Kai rips them apart with an ace. That G8, just what a gun of considerable DPS output and laser fire recoil. Very, very powerful.
To be fair, that Tachanka placement wasn't the best. It really didn't have any sights on theater, on the VIP red hall. He
Yeah,
really
less
didn't have any sight.
excusing the fact that he was below the hatch, which is just not a smart fact. The princesses didn't even bother with it. They just pushed it from the from the site itself, and it went for them.
I do
And it
kind of want
looks
to
like they
think what would have happened if Tachanka did place himself maybe behind the bed or closer to the doorway, maybe to look straight into theater. Might have been able to pick
perhaps.
off a couple more people than he did.
Mm-hmm. It looks like finally we're seeing a loss of both Tachanka and Cav, with now a Frost and a Smoke. A Smoke might, as a counter to this rush strat, that might be the play. And we also are now finally getting a mirror on Penthouse and Theater, which will be very helpful.
And like we've wanted to see, we've got more traps. We got the Frost on top of the cap can with that smoke for
Attackers
possibly
need to
plant
locate
denial.
and defuse bombs.
Kind of interested to see how Froggy Terries plays this round out.
Once again, Princesses just has this all figured out. This has really just become a, see what Froggy Terries does moment. And I think we're going to continue to keep doing that until this game's over.
Doorway trapped. Stay clear of blast zone.
They had to get that one round, and I really
Bomb
really
located
want
by
to see them
attackers.
have it come back again. But I don't know if we're going to get it.
Device prime.
Like I said, the Froggy
10
Terries are
seconds
having a
left.
little communal meeting outside the theater, trying to set up all their
5 seconds
stuff.
remaining.
Looks like they're going a little behind, but it seems alright for them.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
We're now starting the round. Looks like Princesses are coming from poolside. Looks like Amaru might try to run through the back. Maybe cap cans in the watch for it now. He's running. He's got an ACOG. Kai's now running an ACOG instead of a hollow move for a longer angle. Arc and Capcan are hiding in hallway as a quote on IQ melts Jerry and Frost with no issue. Snag watching for dear life as people run closer and closer. We we're about to see a pick. Oh, it doesn't matter. Ash takes him out anyways. Arc and Capcan.
Diffuser down.
Now they happen to shoot knock with the thing, but everything's going crazy. Ash just fires in the corner.
Those were some pretty hilarious plays from America and Arc, just sitting in that little cubby area, right out of sight.
Netted them a frag on that knock, and guess they out sneak the knock, but Ash just proceeds to unload her gun into the general area and just melts them both.
Now seeing a
we're
roll
finally
swap.
seeing it, switch on the rolls.
It is 4-1, and Froggy Terry's lost most of their defense rounds. This might be game.
Could in fact be game, and it looks like Rook is now on the opposite side of things, maybe to outshine that Snake and a Caveira, maybe to kind of show off a little bit, get that Intero. Fuse coming back on the attacker side now. Will it do anything?
Still no hard breach from Froggy Terry's unless they brought the gadget on Capital or Montang. Quite interesting, especially since they could infer that Princesses is going top floor site.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Time to armor up.
Princesses are perhaps the play a little bit and reinforcing that kitchen wall thing that Froggy Terry did not do. Playing this site already.
Reinforcing the wall. Stay clear of ADS line of fire.
3 off site. Just having Jaeger and Frost on the site
10 seconds left.
is a little bit interesting since Rook is more or less.
5 seconds left before insertion.
That's definitely true. It looks like he's going to be going for a peek actually
Attacker's
outside the
objective is to
aquarium.
defuse a bomb.
Is he going to get something? He's
Defender
watching.
is approaching
He's
a kill
watching.
zone.
And he nets nothing, does not look like any attackers spawn in ruins. Instead, they are all proning outside of main entrance and
Looks like
playing
they
a
might be.
strat roulette of hiding behind Monty.
This, this is hilarious. I don't know what else to say. This is going to be a really fun round to watch.
The tunnel snakes do in fact rule as Jerry snakes as they slowly march their way forward. It appears Froggy is just seek to have fun with this match. As the time slowly ticks and the entirety of Froggy Terries. Oh, now they start to get up as they
And back down.
And back down.
They just
to
want to
cover
get a
little
little bit closer, I think.
before time reaches the 2-minute mark and nothing has happened yet. And Blackbeard taking out Kai actually in the head. I wonder where that happened. We've got Monty watching in the side here. Is something gonna happen here? He's getting shot. He's taking damage. Capitao trying to help him.
The snake
Capitao
strat.
shooting down. Ooh, Frost shooting at Capcan. Frost shooting down America. Then Jaeger onto De Gifford and Monty getting impacted to death as Cav just lights up the area. Sneck sitting back with the Blackbeard, fearing for his life. Minute 30 on the clock. Can he do something?
Sneck could easily take this down to a 1v2 if he pushes and takes out the Jaeger, which is at about 26 health. But he needs to do something.
Sitting tight, he's watching. He might be flashing himself,
Flashes
it appears. He's doing it again.
That's some great gameplay right there for the eyes.
Great play for the eyes. Frost putting down her frost trap right onto the defuse. Pretty much. Looks like that's Jaeger trying to maybe find Sneck. Frost on the other door. Jaeger slowly peeking
Defender
out.
has left the
being a little
designated
careful.
staging area.
40 seconds. Sneck still not making a push.
Defender exposed.
Cav running out, being very aggressive to try to beat. Blackbeard not doing anything with it. 25 seconds on the round. He pulls the deagle. Is this it? Will this change it? He looks, he's looking.
And
he
there
takes
we
the
go.
shot from Jaeger in the head. And that, after that very stalled match, leaves Jaeger a clean shot to the head. And that will put us on our final round, I believe.
Unless Froggy Terries can bring it
possible,
back.
Possible final round. I'm really rooting for Froggy Terries, but it's not looking good for them.
It
If
is
anything,
very unlikely.
If this one match win of them is praiseworthy enough, but Princess is just dominating in all fields of aspects of the game.
Getting that one win on Princesses does really speak volumes, because Princesses has showed up and they've played their game today. 6-0 the first map and possibly 6-1 the second map. It's a lot of score. It's a lot of score.
It's definitely something we're probably going to see consistently, despite losing to us. It was in the first matchup. They're probably going to come back to come. They're not done with Bond Friends.
Gonna see a blitz and a Dokkaebi being brought by Froggy Terries. A little bit toxic, but all fun and games.
A 6 pick to IQ. Looks like hard breaching has just been thrown out of the question with these matchups in Coastline. It's
Attackers
all frags
need to
and games
locate and
now.
defuse bombs.
Camera incomplete zone. Unroll razor wire.
Skill days.
Some complaints
Attackers have
from
discovered the
Froggy
location
Terry
of a bomb.
about the matchup. Unfortunately, it's just how the tournament goes. Bond Friends and Princesses, the two more evenly matched teams, have fought, and
10
Princesses
seconds left
just
before
happened to
insertion.
go through the losing bracket and is probably going to clean up through it.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Device primed. Keep an eye on door.
And we're seeing this penthouse
Attackers are
executive
moving to
play
defuse the
Kai,
bomb.
running out to throw a Vault Cam. attackers going through attack. They're running in normally. I wonder if they're gonna maybe try to give this their effort on their last chance. Although Jerry is now using the boss G, and I'm wondering if he's planning to actually place him well with that. We have to see. We will have to see.
Looks like a little bit of a stalled push from Froggy Terries into main lobby. Doesn't seem. Yeah,
Not so you hear it all. He takes a shot, and Valk fragging two, both America and Snack Jaeger taking out the blitz.
ooh,
Just
triple kill
Kai
from
on the
Princess.
third kill of Snack, and now we have Jerry remaining, calling on the roof with the boss G. Is he going to be able to do anything? 5v1 and 5v1 on the match too. Can Jerry play anything?
And picked
No,
off by
he
the
can't. The third flawless round of Princesses to end out our second match, and that the game set.
Flawless game from
And
Princesses.
flash that elite animation from Valve. Take a picture to commemorate the memories with that fancy Kafkan skin too.
That was a quick 2-0 from Princesses.
No,
Very good plays today.
Some good sportsmanship despite the overwhelming loss here from Froggy Terries. I have one question for you, Snack, and this is something. Why not more Rook?
Because we're memeing.
Target ban. I assume target ban twice, and I know you had played him well last time, but
What, Matt?
I don't think Snack is in here actually.
No, he left.
Snack left.
oh, Snack left. Oh, my mistake. I was looking at Trilliums and thinking that was Snack. I got the profile pictures mixed up. Did he say anything about that?
No, he just kind of stopped after a while.
That's interesting. Did he? So he got that 4K in the beginning of Coastline, and then kind of just fell off the rest of the map. Why do you think he didn't go?
Glorious turret kill.
Oh,
Yes,
that
we did.
kill was amazing, by the way.
Okay, on my screen it took like 9 shots. I was fully on his face. It took like 9 shots for it to finally register that I killed him. That's how it appeared to me.
What's your guys' thoughts? I know the matchup was kind of definitely not the funnest, but are you all still in good spirits?
We're because we just memed the hell out of the last like rounds. We knew we were gonna lose. We're just like, all right, what's the stupidest thing we can do? And let's do something stupider.
Did you guys think that there was a chance you could have won at any point?
Fuck no.
No, absolutely
no.
not.
After the first couple rounds, absolutely not.
Yeah.
We went into this round thinking we were gonna lose, but we were trying to see how bad we could lose.
God himself would have to take over one of us in order for us to win.
I see. Even with that play by Snack on that first round, the Coastline.
That was impressive. Not gonna lie, he was using the silence
Yeah,
P90. We didn't think
Yeah,
it was gonna
we
come
were
of
marking
it.
With the red dot.
Came of it.
Added on to that
Was
with
it
the
red
red
dot?
dot. That
He
was
went
the red
Pro
dot.
90?
Yeah.
The OG Pro 90? Oh, I'm so proud of him. I didn't know he went red dot as well as suppressor. I knew he went suppressor.
Well, I'm glad you guys are in such high spirits. Looked like a fun game. It was a fun game, and you know.
Now
So-
we want to kill ourselves.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. How was the comment? I wasn't being the commentator on this. What were your thoughts? How did you feel?
No. You don't
How
get
did
to
you
interview
feel
me.
that the team?
I have a general question.
I
Did you
think
see-
it's time for us
Did
to
you
go
see
interview
Tyler
Let's
and
go
Princesses
interview the other
as
team.
Hold on.
Cross.
Well,
See-
you'll
Hello.
Just shoot me the link. Oh, hello.
All right,
Oh, who's
so this
Hello.
is me and Cross.
Your
We're the
username's
casters.
scary.
How'd the games go? How'd both games go?
it's the second caster on this match for you guys.
Pongo. We're being casted. That's
Yeah,
it.
I was too.
Yeah.
I was too.
Alright, okay, never mind. Fuck.
I was told.
I think y'all maybe felt a little confident going in this match. The kind of lineup was kind of clear and obvious. I assume that I can believe that. That's what was going around with you guys.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like, there was a strong suggestion that this match was kind of preordained from the start.
Preordained. As in, like, we knew the team we were playing against? Is that what you mean?
Kind of,
Being-
or how much did you know about Froggy Terries, or was this completely blind?
I mean, we went through their, like, we went through their
We
game.
watched the stream last time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So we had a little bit more information than they
My
probably had
mouse
about us.
just died. What the
If I'm being
Was that
completely
was
honest,
that the reason for the targeted dock ban?
Yes,
Maybe.
sir.
I
We
believe
saw
so.
how good he was with Doc. Like, he would literally change onto defense and he would go he would do insanely good. So we were like, we're kind of pushing away from that. We even had 2 of our teammates who usually play Doc, so it was a little.
So
bit
how
of a
about that one round where he picked Rook and really just really killed you all? Actually,
Yeah. That
yeah.
was-
So I think I can answer that one. So me and Jubal's kind of just had a plan from the start after playing the first match and getting our feel around that we would just rush Aqua and not stop until they got onto site, and then we realized he was holding a really good angle there, and I also hit a Capcan trap and a Frost mat at the same time.
Yeah, we saw
We-
that.
we
Bad,
did
bad
see
luck
that.
with you guys.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt my pride a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
so playing the first map, right? After
Right.
you got those first round wins, did you guys just feel way more confident than you did starting, or did you really think you had a good idea of how this team played and how the match would have turned out?
Well, when we were watching the video, we also saw that they usually like to spawn together, so we knew not to really hold flanks as hard as possible. Usually with not better teams, but more people that have more time in, they know to go for flanks more and not to spawn all with each other. So it was a little bit, we could just kind of hold one direction and just kind of shoot, and it wasn't
I
something that
definitely
we had to
noticed that
worry
from your last matches, you all definitely were more roam intensive, and that was different here. I was
Oh, yeah.
definitely curious about that.
I think our second game really helped us get into that roaming mentality of not having to really stay on site. We were noticing that they just kept spawning together and they would walk together as well. So it was a little, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard to try to figure out what they were doing.
I guess the thing is we felt really bad because we knew they were new.
Yeah,
it's definitely just
So,
a sad
we
fate
felt-
of the bracket,
We
unfortunately.
felt
Right.
very, very bad about that one. But
you know,
My mouse is
you play to
fucked.
win, and that's what you guys did today. You got 2-0, 6-0, 6-1.
True.
For the most part, y'all played pretty well, and you know, I'll see you in the next round, honestly.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to your guys' fight against Green Team. I think that's going to be a very interesting fight.
Thank you. Definitely
It's
with
gonna be a
our
fun
with our
time.
new bracket, it'll be
Yeah. Last note, I noticed the absence of Fisher and I forget the other person's name.
yeah.
Irrelevant.
We're not
we
going
had to
discuss that.
swap people out.
We just needed a change of scenery.
It was a sudden change, but I mean, it obviously worked out pretty well.
It was the best
We-
change.
We have Oob
That was
and
easy.
Jubles.
I believe something to do with the team's I guess community, something like that.
Community communication.
Age.
Age.
Sometimes you got to make those calls and switch out
Oh, yeah.
team members, you know. So
Oh, yeah.
seems like you did that. It worked out for you guys.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good
My
match,
mouse
all in all.
Thank you.
It was fun.
And unless Cross has any more questions, I think that's the end of the interview, I guess.
The last commentary I think is definitely with that team switch. You know, I remembering Fisher from that last game popping off. It looks like Oob and I kind of forgetting the
Jubles.
correlations and names. Oob and Quote here, whoever Quote is in here. Y'all filled that position really well.
Thank you.
What can I say? I know how to pick them.
It's a good job as a team leader, and you know, if y'all win your fight against Cream Team, I guess we'll look forward to fighting you guys again on our side of things.
Sounds
Oh,
good. I'm
sweet.
looking forward to that too.
All right. GG's.
All right, you all have a good night.
GG's.
You too, buddy.